2 in the morning, rest is getting harder. Slipped on my house shoes, checked on my daughter. Just had a dream.
Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here, and today I'm bringing you episode number 13 of our career mode with Nottingham Forest. As you know, in the last game we did draw 1-1, and I look at those statistics and I just get so frustrated. We played so well, we dominate so much possession. To come away with a 1-1 is really disappointing. We did only have, obviously, 4 shots with 3 on target compared to Blackburn, who had 2 and 2, but it's just frustrating. We've got to be more clinical. We've got to really push on now as we're coming to the end of January. We've really got to push on. As you can see, Darlow is a very, very popular goalkeeper at this moment in time. We've been getting lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of confirmations that people want to approach him, and it's just been really frustrating. As you can see, finally, Naki Wells has signed on the line. We had our offer accepted in the last episode. It was pretty much a done deal. We just had to wait to this episode to actually press the magic button. But Shalaba, seriously, come on, you want to sign? You want more money? You know, you don't want to extend your contract? I just don't understand it. I really don't. I really, really don't. So, Sojourner, someone who's been recommended to me in many career modes, says, I've been putting people off saying, no, I'm not getting Surge, and I've been saying the same about Naki Wells. I'm not getting Naki Wells, and this is the reason why I wanted to get them both in my Nottingham Forest career mode, so we could have, you know, a bit of pace down that right hand side and a bit of additional cover. And so Naki Wells, I want pace up front, because I think that's the one thing we've lacked, is that little bit of pace. You know, I look at the defence, I'm really, really happy with the defence. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Arsenal say yes, we get the opportunity to accept, which is brilliant. So we brought a nice young player in with a lot of pace, but it's only going to be a short-term deal, so it's only going to be until probably the end of the season or just a little bit after the season starts, so that's fair enough. As long as we can get to the Premiership, I'll be well and truly happy with that. We decided to sim the FA Cup against Birmingham. Bit of a risk, but at the end of the day, I want to get a bit of a crack on with the league side of it. If we can get a good run in the FA Cup, so be it. If we don't, so be it. I mean, it'd be nice to win the FA Cup, but I don't foresee that happening. But you never know. Football's a funny old game, as once Saints and Gravy used to say. But Naki Wells scores on his debut alongside Lafondra, who bangs one in the dying embers of the game to give us a 2-1 victory. And as we do go into the Blackburn game, this is a game where I really do want revenge because of the Capital One Cup. You know, that one lax error, that one piece of concentration that completely deluded our centre-back to play them in from a free kick was well, unforgivable at times, but it's a chance to be able to set that record straight, get ourselves back on track. As you can see, we are well and truly in it at this moment in time. We do only have 49 points. Obviously, the likes of QPR have 56. I believe Reading have 56. So we're a little bit off them, but we're still yet to play them. I believe we've still got to play. No, we've played them, haven't we? So we haven't got to play them, which makes it a little bit difficult, but we've got a really tough-ish run-in. Then again, to be honest with you, I couldn't say in the Championship we had an easy run-in. It's just impossible. The Championship, there's no easy running. There's only hard. There is only hard, especially when you get after January. The teams are all firing up. You know, there's a lot of teams are in and around the playoff area who we've got to play. They're going to be well and truly up for this. They're going to be well and truly up for it. We've got to be better than we were in the first part of the season. Let's be honest. At certain points during the first part of the season, we weren't that brilliant. We weren't that brilliant. A nice ball into Coxey. Coxey breaks into the air, and what a fantastic tackle by the Blackburn Rovers defender. Absolutely sensational. Timing that to perfection. Ball into Patterson. Patterson goes for a shot, and it's blocked by our own player, which was really, really frustrating. Otherwise, I think that would have been nestling in that top corner. Most definitely would have been nestling in that top corner. But unfortunately, our own player gets in the way, blocks it. It's just our luck at the moment. We can't seem to get ourselves on a winning run. You know, if we could pin sort of 3 to 5 games together of just pure victories, we'll be well and truly on our way. We'd really be pressuring second place and first place in a big, big way, because they don't seem to be dropping that many points where we seem to be dropping points, you know, left, right and centre. As I said before, you know, we're going to drop points when we deserve to drop them. We're going to drop points when we don't deserve to drop them, and that's going to be the pinnacle of this season, is dropping them at the right time and gaining them when we should be. That was a beautiful goal there. Absolutely beautiful goal to give us a 1-0 lead. Played Naki Wells in. Didn't seem as quick as I'd hoped. His acceleration seemed really, really slack. I thought he was going to accelerate away from the centre-back, and he didn't. But Coxey, on the other hand, look at him use that power he's got. He's so powerful. Plays it into Lansbury, and oh my days. This is why I love Henri Lansbury so much. The boy is so gifted, so talented, so composed, so cultured, and he has a rocket of a right foot. This is absolutely beautiful. Coxie with a fantastic ball, but to come up to it and just first time it, oh my days, what a beautiful, beautiful finish. Absolutely beautiful. Not many players in the world would be able to do that. Hits the bar, drops down. I mean, just look at that. Oh my days. Take a bow, son. Take a bloody bow. That was beautiful. And look at that. I love the close-up at the end. Absolutely sensational. So that gave us a nice 2-0 lead. Nothing really happened in the dying embers of the game, which was fantastic. Meant we kept a clean sheet, which I'm extremely happy with. And again, Darlow's kept another clean sheet. Will he ever grow? That is the magic question. But 2-0, 3 points, much, much needed. I mean, it's nice to see Cohen getting on the score sheet. I mean, not being funny, Chris Cohen has probably been the best left-back in the division by a country mile. He's absolutely been sensational. Looking at the goal-scoring list, as you can see, 14th and 15th. 12th, 14th and 15th. You've got Coxie on 9, we've got Lafondra on 9, we've got Lansbury on 9. Wow, how ironic it is to have 999. That is absolutely sensational. All the boys doing the business. But I mean, Lansbury getting 9 goals is just sensational. On the assist chart, we've got a couple of boys on there. Coxie near the top with 6. You've got Lafondra on there. You've got Abdoun on there, you know, with 4. The boys are playing so well. It's just, I can't put my finger on why we're not picking up the results. Why we're not taking our chances. You know, the boys are battling hard. They're really battling hard. And look at Darlow. I mean, 15 clean sheets. 15 clean sheets. That's beyond sensational. That's beyond majestic. That is beyond any comprehension of biblical. I can't think of a word. I was going to say biblicalism, but it's not a word. I can't think of anything greater than biblical, because to perform that well for so long, I mean, it's just phenomenal. Darlow is just a sensational goalkeeper. 15 clean sheets, and he has saved us a few times. I just find it astounding that he has not gone up in a rating. I really do. He is a fantastic keeper. Surprisingly underrated. A lot of people have said that, you know, perhaps you should move him on, accept some of the offers. I don't want to let him go. You know, when we get to the Premier League, perhaps we'll have a reassessment of what we need to do to the team defensively. You know, start with the goalkeeper. Everyone's going to be brought into question. That includes the likes of Lafondra, Coxie, Lansbury. Are they good enough for the Premier League? I think we all know the question. But, I mean, look at Darlow there. A reaction save. That came off our centre-back. It flicks off his foot, and it's great reactions from the goalkeeper. Look at that. It looked like it was going over, but you just don't know. That could have dipped in. We would have been 1-0 down, and that would have been really, really frustrating, especially coming up to half-time. So we went in at half-time. Birmingham City 0, Nottingham Forest 0. Not the greatest of games. We looked a little bit standoffish. I think it was to do with the cup game. We looked a little bit scared at times. I don't think we got to grips with Zigic up front. You know, his height, his power. He definitely causes a few problems. We are very wary of him. But the whole Birmingham side, they seem to have an additional amount of pace. It was unbelievable. They went extremely close in the 60th minute. I mean, that should have been buried, absolutely buried. It was lax defending yet again, something that constantly haunts us at times within the game. But a nice ball into Lafondra, Lafondra into Majewski, Majewski into Lafondra, and Lafondra into the back of the net with a beautiful, beautiful finish in the 64th minute. And to be honest, we did deserve it. We'd done well to hold on to a 0-0. We'd weathered the storm as such, and then we came out and we started playing our football in the second half, which was absolutely fantastic. And once we start playing our football, not many teams can live with us. Not many teams can stay with us. As you can see, Birmingham clearly couldn't. It was a great ball by Majewski, and it just shows we have got that little bit of added depth. You know, we have to bring Majewski in to replace Lansbury, because we can't play Lansbury every single game. As much as I would love to, it just would not do any goodness for his fitness, which is just one of those things. So the final score was Birmingham City 0, Nottingham Forest 1. And I've got to say, 6 points. Fantastic. Big 6 points. A huge 6 points. And as you can see, we were actually dominated in this game. The only thing that we had better than Birmingham was obviously our shots and shots on target. And for once, I can't even say this with a straight face, we were clinical. 6 attempts, 3 on target. We came away with 1 goal. We should have been coming away with a lot more than 1 goal. As you saw, we got an offer for Coxie. I'm not letting Coxie go. And, you know, we'll reassess everything at the end of the season. But at this moment in time, Coxie is an absolute tank. The boy is a tank. He has come into absolute stupendous form, and I don't want to let him go, and I'm not going to let him go. I do try for a cheeky offer for Sanchez Watt. You know, I like Sanchez. He's a tricky little player. He's a very technically gifted player, and someone I think you could do a job for us. If we can't get him in this transfer window, perhaps we'll have a look at him in the summer. But I'm not 100% sure because, you know, we'll have better options. We'll have a little bit more money. But as a player, he's a really, really talented player. Really, really is. I've seen him week in, week out, and he is a fantastic player. I decide yet again, FA Cup is against Shrewsbury. It's away from home. I'm going to take the risk, playing a half-decent side, to be fair. You know, that's a pretty damn strong side, in fact. I'm going to take the risk, stick it on for a sim, see how we get on. As I say, you know, my focus is the league. I want us to do so well in the league. I want us to make the Premiership at the first time of asking. I don't particularly want to go to the playoffs because that's a pretty scary. That's scary. It's just scary. And look at that. Chalobah comes back. Morning. Just want to say I'm really happy with being one of the first names on the sheet. Damn right, fella. Damn right.
I used to dream about